Hello everyone, welcome to another project-based video on robotics. Myself Anubhav Sarkar, Assistant Professor and Robotics Trainer of EEE Department SBIST. So today our topic of discussion is automatic railway crossing gate, as you see in the screen. So from the name railway crossing gate, what comes to your mind? Railway crossing gate? It's also called level crossing gate, level crossing, because it prevents us from collisions between railway traffic and the persons and the roads. So in a railway crossing gate, manually what happens? As we know that a man is sitting in a room, detecting that railway is coming, and from that he or she just controls the motor to up and down the gate, right? So what if the whole system comes under automated system? There is no need of a man, no need of any person. So this is our robotics technology comes here. So as from the name automatic railway crossing gate means there is no need of person such. So what are the components we need first to make this robotics smart thing? First, we need an Arduino Uno. Arduino Uno, as we know, everyone, that Arduino Uno is a microcontroller we need to run the whole project, right? Second one is the IR sensor. Very important thing is this IR sensor. To make this project run, we need a sensor to detect the train is coming. So that for that we need the IR sensor. So third one is the servo motor. Servo motor is used to control the gate. As we know from the name motor, a motor works as 360 degree rotation, but servo motor rotates only 0 to 180 degree. That is, it can rotate up to 180 degree. It can rotate. So up to our need, we can create it can be rotated 90 degree or 120 or 180 degree, right? So the fourth part is the breadboard. We have to use breadboard to make this as a prototype model, but in the longer way we don't need breadboard. Okay. And 5 and 6 are the wires and the USB to upload the code to the Arduino, right? So these are the components visually. This is the Arduino Uno you have seen. This is the IR sensor, this is breadboard, and this is the servo motor. Okay. Now the new thing is the IR sensor. IR sensor, how it works? How it works? As we know, IR sensor has two heads, a white and a black. One is called the sender, one is called the receiver. So what it sends and what it receives? From the IR sensor, the IR rays sends, that is the infrared rays sends, and another one is the receiver. If any object, right here, from the transmitter, that is the sender, the IR rays are sending, and if any object comes in front of this sensor, the rays are deflected back to the receiver. That's how the sensor works. If the receiver gets the signal, that means it can detect any object in front of the sensor, right? This is how the IR sensor works. So this is the types of the connection. This is the process how to make this connection works. Okay. So let's start. The Arduino Uno you have to take, and this is the breadboard. So as we know, this is the power pins. These are the power pins, and these are the analog and the digital sides of the sensor and the output device or the input device. So from that power pins, from the 5V, that is the 5 volt output pins, we have to make a connection to the breadboard positive side. Look, from this 5V to the breadboard positive side. First connection is done. Then the next one. Next one is from the ground, that is the negative of the Arduino. Look, GND, that is the ground. From the GND, one connection will go to breadboard's negative. Okay, so the positive and negative of Arduino will go to the breadboard positive and negative. Simple. Now to make the breadboard positive and negative in both the section, so that's why we are making this negative to this negative a single line connection. Okay, and the positive to positive in a single line connection. That is, this 5V and GND positive and negative is coming to this line, this positive and negative, and from these two connection, same 5V and GND connection will go to this positive and negative connection. Okay. Now the sensor and the servo motor connection is remaining. This is our servo motor. Okay. This is our servo motor. First, we need to know how a servo motor looks like. This is a servo motor, and it has 3 pins. Out of the 3 pins, positive and negative are the common, and the third one is the signal pin. From this signal pin, it receives the signal how much degree it can rotate, 90 or 120 or 180. In this case, railway crossing gate, you can easily tell how much degree it can rotate, right? It can rotate up to 90 or you can rotate into 0 degree. We don't need to rotate about 180 degree, right? So for this signal pin, there are 3 pins. There is a coloring there. Red one is the positive, brown one is the negative, and the orange one is the signal pin. So which pin will go to where? The brown one, that is the negative one, negative will go to the breadboard's negative. As it is the same ground pin connection goes to this negative brown pin will go to the negative. And the positive of servo motor will go to the positive of breadboard, same way. And the signal pin, where it go the signal pin, the green wire from this orange pin, we can connect any color where will go to the digital side of Arduino. Any pin number, here it is number 3, we can change it in our code. Okay. And this is our IR sensor. So IR sensor also has 3 pin. Look, there are 2 heads. One is sender, one is receiver. That is the transmitter and the receiver. And it has 3 pins, positive and negative, and the out pin, another signal pin. So from that positive pin, we need to connect them to the positive of breadboard like this. And from the negative, we need to connect to the negative of breadboard, same connection. And from this signal pin, we need to create a pin connection from signal pin to pin number 5. Here is pin number 5, you can change it to anywhere you would like to, as it is written in the code. So what is the code here? How a code works? This is the whole connection, right? This is the whole connection of this automatic railway crossing kit. Clear? So this is our code here. First line which hash include, that means you know very well that the first line of this is called the library file, inclusion of library file. And 5 and 3 are the pin number we have done here in the last connection. So it is up to you that which pin you have to configure. So from this wired setup, we have pin IR. The pin IR is the integer value, is the input, and servo is the output. And if the value will be 0, the servo write is 90 degree. We have dedicated this as a 90 degree, and else servo write is 0 degree. So that if the IR sensor detects any signal, the servo will move to 90 degree, and if it doesn't detect any signal, it will rotate to 0 degree. Simple. So this is our connection. So this is it, and now the circuit connection is done, and how it looks like, it will be shown now.